So welcome to today's video. Today I want to show you how to make this Picot border. I have two variations to it. So the first one looks like this. Whoops. We have a little spacing in between our little peacocks. And then I have one where we have also the little peacocks, but where they sit right after each other. So that is really the only difference. Here we just go ahead and make them one by one, and on the other one we're going to add a little spacing in between them. But let's get started and I'll show you how to do a Picot border. So I have done a round of single crochets around my project, and we can now get started with the Picot border. So let's start by doing a slip stitch, and then we're going to do the Picot. So we're going to chain 3. I like to press down a little bit on the yarn on that first chain. So like this, I like to press down, as you can see here, and I'll go through and chain 1, chain 2, and chain 3, because we're going to go into that first chain that we made like that, and we're going to pull the yarn through and slip stitch. And that is how you do a Picot. Then we're going to skip 1 and go into the second stitch, and then we're going to slip stitch. So this is our little Picot. So this is how you do it. You chain 3, you go into the first chain you created, and slip stitch. So again, I like to kind of fixate my yarn a little bit on that first chain, because then it's so much easier to find afterwards. So 1, 2, and 3, and as you can see, I have it kind of marked out down here. You go in and you slip stitch. This might not be, and then you skip 1 and go down and slip stitch again. This might not be the most beginner friendly border, simply because you can get a little frustrated for working in those chains. So again, chain 3, 1, whoops, 2, 3, into the first chain, pull the yarn through, and slip stitch, skip 1, and slip stitch into the next one, like that. Let's do it one more time. Chain 3, 1, 2, 3, into that first chain, pull the yarn through, and slip stitch. And again, skip 1 and go down and slip stitch, but be a little bit aware of where your Picot is sitting at, because that can be a little tricky. So it's definitely sitting in this one. So skip 1 and go into the next one, like that. And pull up, and you get these nice little Picots. They really do create a nice border as well. And the adjustment you can make to this is that we just slip stitched, and we're just going to slip stitch one more time, and then we're going to create our Picot. So chain 3, 1, 2, and 3, go into that first chain, pull the yarn through and slip stitch, skip 1, go down, slip stitch, and slip stitch one more time, and create another one. Instead of slip stitching between your Picots, you could also do single crochets if you prefer that. Single crochets are a little bit taller than slip stitches, so it will create a bit of a different look, but that might be just what you want. So go ahead and try that out. And over the corners, you really just continue. Again, if you want the Picot to set in a specific position over here, you can just add some single crochets or slip stitches in between. But here you can see that, you know, the first the first three ones are sitting tight next to each other, and then you have your next three ones that are, you know, have this spacing in between them. But sorry, go ahead and play around with that. This is also a very fun border to make. So thank you for today, and thank you for watching.